Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now, I know this video, it is very amazing, it is very unusual to some people. Now, do you know some people who are living in America, they go through tough life, and they believe going to abroad will make their life better. There is many Americans now moving from America, going to abroad to look for a better life which they don't have or they don't get in America. Now, stay tuned and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to this channel. The original credit goes to the original creator of this video. Thank you so much and stay tuned.
Hey y'all, hey! If you've been following me, you've known that I have been living in Jamaica for over 5 years, well, almost 5 years. And recently I had to come back to America to have surgery on my knee. I recently was inboxed and someone asked me what are the benefits of living outside of America versus in America. So I'm getting ready to tell you, because everybody know me love Jamaica. My accent's horrible, so I'm not even going to try. But the benefits of living in Jamaica, I'm a Cubs fan. Being back in America is horrible. Yeah. I love America. Don't get me wrong. I love my country, but I love Jamaica more. And the reason being is in America, we have rent or mortgage, which is no less than $1,500 a month, even for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom in a nice area. Then you have your electric, your water, your gas, your cable and internet, your car insurance, your health insurance. And even if you have health insurance, then you have a copay. If you go to the doctor, you have a bigger copay if you have to stay in the hospital. The bills are never ending. I literally have a book that I have to write them all down and check them off as I pay them when they come in every month, because I can't keep up with them. There's so many bills, right? Then, not to mention, the healthcare system is horrible. The food that they provide us is full of preservatives and poisons so that we get sick, and now we have to depend on the healthcare system and take healthcare medicine and all this stuff. When I moved to Jamaica, of course, the food there is organic. It's grown, raised. Your meat is raised there. Your vegetables and fruit are organically grown there. If you go to the farmer's market, if you find a local farmer to sell you your meat and your fish and your eggs and go diving for your fish, whatever, what have you. Anyway, all the food is organic. There's no stuff in it. So automatically, that alone, I lost a whole bunch of weight. Go back on my videos. I'm not going to go into it. But living in Jamaica, it's peaceful. Like, the people are so amazing and so friendly. Yes, you have bad everywhere. Everywhere you go, you have good and bad people. There's always going to be guns and drugs and this and that, but you also have a positive side. It's paradise, for God's sake. So I have a 1-bedroom apartment overlooking the sea. It's fully furnished with no utilities. Internet is provided, water, power, everything is provided. And I pay $350 a month. No, 3 times the rent, prove your income, this or that. Oh, you need a place? I have a place. Pay me the first month and a deposit, and it's yours. I've been there 5 years in the same apartment. Why would I move? So when I got sick, I had to come back to America to have surgery. I didn't have anywhere to live because I had sold my house. I sold all my furniture. I sold everything. So just for these few months that I'm in America to have this surgery that's covered by my insurance that I already had from my husband passing, that's a long story. But so the rent was $1,200 deposit, $1,200 rent. The power was $200 deposit. Gas, $200 deposit. water, $150 deposit, internet, $100 a month. Then my car insurance, I had to buy a car, so that's another $6,000. Then car insurance runs me $250 a month for full coverage. Like, the bills never end. Within 3 months, I spent over $7,000, well, not counting the $6,000 car I bought. In 3 months, I spent almost $8,000 just because now I have to buy a couch and chair. I have to buy my furniture. Had to buy a bed to sleep in. Then I had to buy linens to go on the bed. I had to buy dishes. Then I had to buy food, which is outrageous. $12 for a dozen eggs. Come on. So yeah, why do I live in Jamaica? Because I don't have to worry and stress myself over bills. Yeah, it's not an easy life compared to America. It's a third world country. Some say it's not third world. They say it's first world. You choose what you call it, what you want to call it. Because for me, it's paradise. I have no hot water and I have no AC, but I have fans in the window and I have the sea breeze coming in. So I don't need it. If I need to wash my clothes, I wash them and hang them out to dry. There's no dryer, but I love that because the fresh sea breeze blows through my clothes. Anywhere you go, 5 miles, 10 miles down the road, there's a river. We go every Sunday to the river. There's waterfalls, there's music, there's dancing, there's people everywhere. Just, I don't know. There's no difference. It's no question for me. I love Jamaica. And as soon as I get well enough and back on my feet, you're damn right, I'm going back. Who's going with me? And for those saying, oh, once your American money run out, you'll go back. No, I won't. I won't. Because I'm retired. I'm on a budget. I've taken my money and budgeted it. I allow myself so much every month while I'm in Jamaica. And once I reach that budget, that's it. And so that money, it'll last me a really long time. I'm not rich by any means, trust me. But I lived in Jamaica on less than $1,500 a month total. Rent, food, everything. So yeah, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to stay. I do apologize if I'm rambling because I did just take my medicine, so I'm kind of boo-boo. So if I'm rambling, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a big advantage. Not just Jamaica, any country outside the U.S. Pick one. Pick one, search it on TikTok, living in so-and-so country, and there's a million videos of other people that have done it, and you can follow them and get guidance from them. But before you move anywhere, make sure you travel there and see if you like it. Because Jamaica is not for everybody, and it's not for the weak. If you're weak-minded, or if you're not street smart, or if you're not aware of your surroundings, then don't move here. Absolutely. But I wish you luck. One last thing and then I'm done. Don't come at me with Jamaica's dangerous. Jamaica this, Jamaica that. Because I'm scared to go to the freaking gas station in America. Might get robbed. Go to a concert, might get blown up. Go to visit my nephew at his school, might get shot in a school shooting. I mean, come on now. There's violence everywhere you go. So don't give me that crap. Jamaica polices their own. So it's much safer than you think it is. That's the media. So if you come to Jamaica and you want to tour around and you want to see Jamaica and you're scared to do it, give me a call. Me and my security guards will come get you and we'll show you around.
Hey y'all.
I got it.
So somebody asked me why I moved to Jamaica. And I'm gonna tell you why. So I don't feel well, so I'm drinking ginger with lime and honey. That's a Jamaican remedy. Or you can squeeze some lime in a shot of rum. And that'll clear you up too. But why did I move to Jamaica? Well, let's go back 4 years ago. I apologize for the background noise. A little over 4 years ago, I was married to a wonderful man for the last 18 years. Well, 17 years at the time. And yes, I'm using a filter because I look like horrible because I'm sick right now. So, I was married to a wonderful man for 17 years. We had 4 kids, all of his, but they're my stepchildren, and 10 grandkids, and he worked in the coal mines. Most of you know this and know me. But one day, he laid down for a nap and didn't wake up. And it was devastating to me because we were still in love like the day that we met. We still dated each other and loved each other. I mean, we weren't perfect. We had our issues. Every marriage does. But we loved each other. And so his death was traumatizing to me. And after the day he passed, even before the funeral, only a select few of people, and you know who you are, checked on me, came to see about me, including his children. And our friends, I no longer fit in because I'm now single, you know, with their married couples dates and couples parties, and I just didn't fit in anymore. So everybody drifted away. And so little by little I sold off everything we had. I gave his motorcycle for a little bit of nothing to his best friend, and I sold I gave his truck to his cousin, sold the house, and decided to move back home with family in Kentucky. I hadn't been around them in over 30 years. But I thought maybe it'll be good if I be around family again. Wrong decision. But anyway, long story short, I lived in Kentucky for a whole year. I gave it a chance, and I was still miserable. I was still depressed. And anyway, I went on a girls' trip to Jamaica because I had been talking about Jamaica since I was a little girl. Anybody that knows me, I'm obsessed with Jamaica. My husband, I had told him that year, I said, if you don't take me to Jamaica, then you're paying for me and my girlfriends to go. And he said, no problem. But, of course, he wasn't around to do that. So, me and these 4 other women went to Jamaica for 10 days. And we had an amazing tour guide, Island Tours Jamaica. And we spent an amazing 10 days, I think it was, at the Rio Reggae in Montego Bay. And we had an amazing time. I completely forgot all my problems, everything. And we went back home. And when we went back home, I went back to Kentucky. They went back to Alabama. And I was back to being miserable and depressed and sad. So I called this tour guide and was like, hey, if I come to Jamaica for 3 months, do you think you could help me find, you know, a long-term apartment? Well, short-term. Yeah, no problem. So I got an apartment and I stayed those 3 months, came back home, and I was miserable. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to move to Jamaica 7 months out of the year, and then I'll come back home the other 3 months, because you know you have to live in the United States every 6 months, less than 6 months in order to not have to file on your taxes and all that. And, you know, it's a bunch of paperwork and stuff. Anyway, I go home about every 3 months. But long story short, I went for 3 months and I've been here a little over 3 years. And the apartment I currently live in, I found through a mutual friend in Jamaica that I had made. He's no longer living. He met his demise last year. But his uncle had a house with an apartment downstairs, and I have a pool overlooking the ocean, and I basically pay $350 a month with no utilities. Yeah, I have a 7-passenger van. I'm running a successful tour company showing people around the island. Most of my tours are single females traveling alone because they trust me, you know. But yeah, that's how I ended up in Jamaica, and I love it here. It was the best move I've ever done. It was the best decision in my life. I lost over 80 pounds, about 65 or 70 actually. Went from a size 16 down to an 8 within 7 months. And I put a little bit back on now, but it was the best move I ever did, mentally, physically, emotionally. I still have my days. I still miss my husband, but I love Jamaica, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So don't listen to the advisories, because the neighborhoods that they mention in those advisories, the neighborhoods and the areas that they mention, as a tourist, you will never go there. We wouldn't take you there if you paid us. You'll never reach those areas. So you're perfectly fine to come and enjoy your vacation and have a wonderful, amazing time. If you have any questions about moving to Jamaica or coming to visit, or you need a tour guide, or you even need airport transport, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to help you out.
I always find it ironic that in places called third world countries, the quality of life can be so much more vibrant, invigorating, filled with real relationships, laughter, joy, that we don't get here in the US. For example, when I would go to Jamaica growing up, I always noticed that work wasn't as much of a priority. And then I realized that in the US, we live to work, and in other countries, they work to live. In the US, we value our luxuries. We love having things. We go to Amazon, we click, we buy. It's a ton of consumerism. It's a ton of prioritizing these material things, but we don't prioritize human connection the same way. Living in the West, it's a very I-focused society. So we are focused on ourselves, our gain, our lives, our world. And when you go to another country where it's more we-centric, it's less individualistic and more of a collective, there's just this level of laughter and joy and connection. In Jamaica, we party with each other. We party with our friends, our family. They may not have as much monetarily, but they have so much more joy. They're gonna play dominoes, they're gonna connect, they're gonna meet up, they're gonna talk. Those types of things don't happen in the US as much because we're all so busy doing business. We all got our own things going on. It's big as hell. You're all the way in this state, I'm all the way in that state. It's just not the same kind of environment that fosters the...
Welcome back to the channel. Now, I know you have seen many things, but remember to like, subscribe and share so that this video, you cannot miss many of these videos as time comes. So, the video begins with American woman describing the overwhelming pressures she faced while living in the United States. According to her, everyday life had become dominated by endless financial obligation, rent or mortgage payments, medical bills, insurance costs, utility expenses, and the constant pressure to earn more money left her feeling exhausted. She explained that despite working hard, it seemed as though she was always trying to catch up financially. After relocating to Jamaica, however, she discovered a completely different lifestyle. She says that living on the island is far more affordable than in the United States. Instead of constantly worrying about bills, she now enjoys a simpler life where her monthly expenses are much lower. She explains that she can comfortably live on less than $1,500 per month, allowing her to focus less on financial stress and more on enjoying each day. Another major difference she highlights is her health. She explains that her tired changed dramatically after moving to Jamaica. Fresh fruit, vegetables, natural foods, and locally grown produce became a regular part of her meal. She believes these healthier food choices contributed to significant weight loss and improved overall well-being. She also contrasted Jamaica's fresh food culture with what she described as the highly processed foods that had become common in her previous lifestyle. Beyond the financial and physical benefits, she emphasizes the emotional transformation she experienced. She shares the heartbreaking story of losing her husband as a tragedy that left her searching for healing and a fresh start. Moving to Jamaica became more than just a change of address. It became a journey toward finding peace, hope, and happiness again. She explains that the island gave her an opportunity to rebuild her life in a calmer and more positive environment. One of the strongest themes throughout the video is the importance of community. She says that Jamaica offers a sense of togetherness that she rarely experienced in the United States. Neighbors greet each other, people take time to socialize, and families and communities remain closely connected. Rather than living in a constant circle of work and stress, she feels that Jamaicans value relationships, joy, and living in the moment. This slower pace of life has helped her appreciate things she once overlooked. The host of this reaction agrees with many of her observations. He explains that more Americans are beginning to question whether the traditional lifestyle of working long hours simply to keep up with the rising living costs is truly worth it. According to the host, many people are now exploring opportunities to live in the countries where the cost of living is lower and the quality of life feels more balanced. The host also points out that Jamaica continues to attract visitors and new residents because of its warm climate, welcoming culture, beautiful scenery, and strong sense of community. While he acknowledges that no country is perfect and every place has its own challenges, he believes the woman's experience shows why Jamaica remains a special destination for people seeking a different way of life. Toward the end of the video, she shares several comments from Jamaican viewers. Many express appreciation that someone from another country has embraced Jamaica and spoken so positively about its people and culture. Others say they are proud of the island's natural beauty, friendly community, and rich traditions. The comments reflect a sense of national pride and gratitude that Jamaica continues to make a positive impression on visitors from around the world. Overall, this video is more than just the story of one American woman moving overseas. It is a reflection on what many people value most in life: peace of mind, good health, meaningful relationships, and financial freedom. Her experience suggests that happiness is not always measured by income or material possession, but by the quality of everyday life and the people who surround you. Whether viewers agree with all of her conclusion or not, her story has sparkled an important conversation about lifestyle, priorities, and the search for happiness. It also highlights Jamaica's unique appeal as a place where many visitors discover not only beautiful landscape, but also a welcoming culture and a renewed appreciation for life's simple pleasures. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe this video, and share with your friends. And remember, we are uploading every day videos, so don't forget to follow us. Thank you so much.